Tracy here with Happy Bubble Notes. We are making this beautiful, gorgeous card today, so let's get started. Since I'm on a roll with using these washi tapes today, I am going to go ahead and select these 3 gorgeous colors, as well as use another one of these dollar store birds. And today I'm selecting that peacock down there at the bottom. It's got some gorgeous jewel gem stone colors, and I've selected my card to match some of those colors in the background. I'm going to go ahead and use my large love sentiment today, as well as, instead of the heart today, I'm using my large flowered die cut that actually matches the flower in the peacock there, as you can see. You certainly could use a circle, use a scallop circle, or even use a heart again. But today we're going to just mix it up a little bit and just show you something else that you can do with your washi tapes. Another one of these dollar store stickers that you could get at your local store. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and just make a nice trio pattern here with this beautiful, gorgeous purple tape. And then I'm going to follow that along with the bright pink. I have just sped this up a little bit for you so it's not so cumbersome watching. And I made a nice trio set, and then I'm just going to leave a little bit of white space in between so it looks like a set when I do the 3 colors together. And I'm just cutting off the ends with my scissors that I dedicate for any of my sticky projects, but you can certainly tear off the ends as well. So really, really easy. I am going ahead and putting it on a diagonal again because it's so forgiving, and this is a project that you can really do with your kids, and it's so easy, it's so fun. It takes under 10 minutes to make this beautiful, simple card, and look at that. It's fail proof. You could measure, but I am not the measuring type. I do on some things that it is absolutely necessary. So I'm just gonna pop those all back, fold them back, or you could also flip it over and just cut off the ends. But it's just as easy, and especially if you are doing this with your kids, it's so easy just to fold it back and get a nice clean edge. It's looking good, and nobody sees the back of your card. You can see a little glimpse of my card base over there to the left, and these colors are just going to pop on top of that. Nice jewel tones, really gorgeous. So as you can see, this easy breezy. There's a couple of edges that I will actually cut off with this just to make it nice and clean. And you can keep this nice and smooth, or you could choose to emboss this. And I'm going to go ahead and emboss it today just to give it a little texture, as well as cut this card down. You can see I'm just going to use a nice patterned embossing plate here, run this through my die cut machine, and it just brings a little texture on that. You could do more if you wanted, or something different. You could keep it smooth. And like I said, I went ahead and cut this down to 4.5 by 5 just to clean up the edges. Looks great. Perfect. Let's get started on making the floral die cuts. I've selected a few different pieces of paper. This one is by AC cardstock, and it's like a textured petal paper. Also trying some pinks and some patterns. This one is adhesive on the back, which is so easy to adhere to your card base. Also using some different blue ones. The blue is also adhesive, and then I have a shimmer aqua color there. And as you can see, I went a little crazy. I cut out several floral die cuts, and also used the sister die cut as well, and just gave myself a couple different sizes to choose from. And I'm just trying to pick up the colors there from our peacock that we're gonna be, this is gonna be the main centerpiece of our card base. The red is just gorgeous, and I just love the textured feel to this paper. I actually buy it when it's on a clearance, when Joann's has it on clearance, or Hobby Lobby, and I'll just go in and try something new. I also get my washi tape there as well. When it's on clearance, I'll pick up a roll or two, and I might not use it that day, but I know I will always put it to good use. So I went ahead and just did several die cuts of my love sentiment, just stacking them up for dimension. And then I will top that off with the shimmer cardstock on the top. So I love the thickness of that. You could also do this in black and have the white on the side, or vice versa, and it gives a nice shadow effect as well. But as you can see here, we're going to keep it all white, and then I'm just doing my last layer with the white shimmer. It really just makes it pop when it's on your card. I use some multi-medium matte glue, but I also have just a little stick of Elmer's glue there, and that always works, especially if you are doing this project with your kids. All right, so we're just gonna have a little play around. I've selected my 3 colors. I have that gorgeous bright blue, the aqua blue, and then the texture red in a little bit smaller size. And we're just gonna experiment and place this on the card. And keep in mind that we have to make room for our peacock. So I'm liking how this is coming together. I love the colors, and that pile of floral die cuts on the side, I will certainly put to good use. So I'm just popping these up, putting a little foam tape on the back, and I get the rolls of foam tape from Amazon. They are 1/4 inch by 50 feet rolls, and I get in 2-pack. So very economical, and it really just adds so much dimension when you're making a card. Of course, you can use any kind of foam tape that you have. It's come together nicely. The red I've actually laid flat, and I'm just adhering the ends a little bit there with my Elmer glue stick, but everybody always has one of those in their stash. So as you can see, this is coming together quite nicely, and we're just going to adhere those down, give our bold statement and our peacock some room on our card base, pop everything down, and then we'll just cut off any remaining edges that are coming off of our card base. But yeah, that looks nice. Perfect. And I'm just going to go ahead and gem this up a little bit with some jewel stones. And I actually got these at the dollar store as well. My friend purchased these for me, and they are fantastic. I have also seen them at Target, and this is just a great, inexpensive way to make a beautiful card for somebody. So simple, so easy, and I'm just cutting off any remaining edges there off my card base before we adhere it to our gorgeous purple card. And I think we're going to pop this up with a little foam tape. You could have certainly lay it flat, but I think it's just going to give it a little bit more dimension. And so we're going to go ahead and use some of that 1/4 inch foam tape that I get in the rolls that I was telling you about. Again, great value from Amazon. And who doesn't love Amazon? We get everything the next day. Oh my goodness, it's fabulous. So I go ahead and just put the 4 pieces around, and then I always put one in the center as well, just so it does not sink in the center of my card. So I just put a extra piece right there in the center. And then how I adhere this card is I usually take off the top and I get it lined up, and then I just go back and tear off the other 4 sides once I get it measured, and not measured, but eyeballed, I should say. As I've told you before, I'm not one to measure, so I just kind of eyeball it, make sure all sides look the same. I put the one edge down there, and then just lift it up a little bit and take off the other 3 remaining sides. And like I said, I know this is probably not the easiest way to do this. It's just the way I've always done it. Just make sure it gets centered. But I would welcome everybody's ideas. So thank you very much. I can make it easier on myself, I will. So that looks really nice. Looks centered. Everything's in place. My jewels popping on my petals. And there's our finished card. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you would please like my video, I would absolutely appreciate that. Just getting started here. And I'm going to go ahead and finish my card with my happy bubble note sticker made with a happy heart, because it certainly is. So thank you for being with me today. I greatly appreciate it, and appreciate your support and your positive comments. And there's our finished card. I also went ahead, like I said, and added just one more flower there at the end. I just used a nice vellum that has a little silver in there, just to give it a little bit more pop and not to take away from my background. Just felt it needed a little bit more down at that bottom left corner. And then on the inside, I went ahead and put a removable label and stamped that with one of the assignments says stamp, so you can share with a friend. I absolutely love these, and I will link that down to the bottom. And I go ahead and just stamp those on the label, and so the recipient can pass this along to somebody else. They could also put a label in it as well, and then it could be passed on again. It could have a lot of life. So who would not like to receive a card that says love on it? I know I would love it. So again, thank you for being with me today. I hope you've enjoyed this simple, easy, gorgeous, inexpensive card that we made here today at Happy Bubble Notes. If you would, please subscribe to my channel. And like I said, if you would like my video, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.